From my vantage point, aside from the brief scare on Wall Street back in January, when the formal introduction of DeepSeek rattled Americans who believed China was still 2 to 3 years behind in AI, Nvidia has emerged as the biggest beneficiary of the AI revolution. It has become the proverbial provider of digital picks and shovels in the ongoing AI gold rush. Another major winner is Microsoft, which has established itself as the leading provider of hyperscale AI data centers, powering major AI players like OpenAI. Meanwhile, both Google and Meta are aggressively trying to wrest power away from Nvidia and Microsoft. Meta, in particular, is focusing on achieving superintelligence to leapfrog its rivals entirely. Mark Zuckerberg has been especially aggressive in recruiting top talent from competitors like OpenAI, reportedly offering 7-figure compensation packages. He even secured Alexandr Wang, the youngest self-made billionaire at age 24 and CEO of Scale AI, to lead Meta's superintelligence unit. Elon Musk, on the other hand, is placing his bets on physical AI, aiming to develop truly intelligent self-driving cars, trucks, and humanoid robots. I predict that Nvidia will remain at the top for at least the next 2 years. What it loses in revenue from China due to US export restrictions, it is offsetting with sovereign AI initiatives in Malaysia, the Gulf states, and other emerging markets. However, once physical AI reaches full momentum, it's impossible to predict which company will dominate. From all indications, Elon Musk is positioning himself to seize leadership in this next phase of AI, while Nvidia is evolving beyond its roots as a chipmaker to become a force in physical AI as well. Other formidable contenders are also emerging from both the US and China. Over the next 3 to 5 years, I expect to see significant changes in the AI landscape, a real possibility of a changing of the guard among today's leading players. Investing in the AI revolution. If you're interested in investing, the leading, but relatively safer bets in AI right now remain Nvidia and Microsoft. Nvidia is the undisputed market leader in AI accelerator chips and networking equipment, and its stock price remains reasonable given its exceptional growth prospects. Microsoft is successfully monetizing AI across its software ecosystem and cloud computing platforms, though its stock is relatively expensive at current valuations. Many analysts expect both companies to become $5 trillion giants within the next 18 months. Yes, you read that right, a $5 trillion company. Today, Nvidia's market cap sits around $3.92 trillion, having just surpassed Apple and edging closer to the $4 trillion milestone. Microsoft, meanwhile, has a market cap of approximately $3.6 trillion. At this pace, hitting a $5 trillion valuation within 18 months seems entirely feasible. Putting it in perspective. In Asia, only China has a GDP above $5 trillion. China's nominal GDP is around $19 trillion, making it the world's second largest economy after the United States, which stands at roughly $28 trillion. On a purchasing power parity (PPP) basis, China's GDP is even larger, estimated at over $30 trillion, making it the world's biggest economy by PPP. Japan and India, despite being major economies, still have GDPs below $5 trillion. In Europe, Germany, the continent's largest economy, has a GDP of about $4.7 trillion, making it the biggest individual economy in Europe, but still under $5 trillion. The only European entity near or above $5 trillion would be the EU as a whole, not any single country. Other Asian economies including Indonesia, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Thailand, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Vietnam have GDPs well below $5 trillion, typically under $2 trillion each. No country in South America even comes close. Brazil, the region's largest economy, has a GDP of around $2.2 trillion. The road ahead. Still, 3 years from now, the leaders in AI could look very different. So stay mindful, stay informed, and stay nimble. As we reflect on events of the past half-decade, many recognize that the era of American exceptionalism may be coming to a close. And if we're not careful, it could end not with a bang, but with a shrug from those who let it slip away. Yet China's ascendancy is far from guaranteed. One critical arena remains where the US holds a strong lead: artificial intelligence. As Vladimir Putin warned in 2017, Artificial intelligence is the future, not only for Russia, but for all humankind. Whoever becomes the leader in this sphere will become the ruler of the world. Looking back and considering today's global obsession with generative AI, AGI, quantum computing, and humanoid robotics, he may have been right. So far, America remains king in this space. But the question is, for how long?